Hello. Hi, Meredith. Thanks for jumping on. Hello, anybody that is watching this back. OMG, it's Sam. Hi, Sam. My gosh, this is my first solo reading sprint. So I'm very nervous and excited. I might have someone joining me in like half an hour to an hour. So we'll see. If you want to jump on, let me know and I can send you the link, but no pressure. I can handle it also and just chat into the into the world. So let's see. For people that don't know me, if you're potentially watching this from somebody else's channel that's a part of the Aurelium Readathon, I'm Daphne from Being Daphne. I mainly read romance books, but I do love other genres like fantasy. Sometimes I'll read historicals and just general fiction. Not much thriller or horror. I'm a bit of a scaredy cat. So I see some of my friends are on from Aurelium. I see Kristen. Hi, Kristen. You're out, but you're being sneaky. I appreciate your support. Have fun out. Here's Hannah, our wonderful host from the Aurelium Readathon. She's the best. April. Hi, April. Thanks for joining. It's good to see you again. I saw you the other day on Honest Fiction Sprint, so that was cool. I'm well. I just finished eating dinner. I had a late dinner. My husband's not even home yet. He's like still at the gym and it's 9 p.m. But I'm nice and I cooked his dinner. It's like on the stove. But other than that, I'm pretty chill. I have a work interview thing for this internal project tomorrow. So I'm a little stressed about that, but going to do the best that I can. Meredith says, I thought Sam was joining. Sam, get on there. Yeah, Sam, join if you want, for real. You're down for whatever. I'm reading either way, but currently exporting a video and my computer is upset about it. Yeah, if you need a bit and then you want to jump on, I'll just send you the link. So I'll probably start the sprints, you do whatever, and then I'll send the link over. Eliza, hi. Good to see you. Eliza, how far are you in Jade War? I'm thinking of starting it potentially tonight if I'm not vibing with the books I'm reading besides that, or tomorrow because it's going to be the 15th tomorrow, and I'm kind of a slow reader. So I need as much time as I can get to finish it this month. And then also Sam, Eliza, and Meredith, we should probably pick a day for that live show. So for people that don't know, the four of us are doing a readathon of the Green Bone Saga. So in May, we read Jade City. And then this month in June, we're reading Jade War. And then in July, we're going to read Jade Legacy. I have a Discord set up for it. I should probably update my description with some of these things. But if you go to my channel, the last video I posted will definitely have like all my links. So my Discord, we're just talking about the books. We have little sections for spoilers, like each 25%. So you can chat as many spoilers as you want as you go. And it's been really, really fun. I've been posting like all my annotations in there. So it's like a bit of a diary for us to dive deep into it. So it's been really fun. Eliza says, I love you. I love you too. Meredith says, I keep forgetting to ask, how did the Survivor Discord thing go? I finished 5th out of 20. So for those that don't know, me and Kaylee, who I see is also on there. Hi, Kaylee. We met this guy who's like a gamer. We were like playing Among Us with him online, and he invited us to participate in the Survivor game. And it's all on Discord. So there were like challenges, like scavenger hunts, flag making, escaping challenges. Like it was low key, high key, really stressful. And it took over my life for like all of May. Like this whole Survivor game lasted an entire month. But it was really fun. And I met some really cool people once they stopped stabbing me in the back because of the game. But I still chat with them to this day. The Discord's still pretty active over there. And he created like a video series too. So he's posting them like every few days. So I'll watch them with that group, which has been fun. And then there's going to be like a live show or something where the winner gets announced like the real survivor. So we still don't know who won. There's the top 3. But yeah, I finished 5th and I didn't even know anything about Survivor when I started. So pretty pleased with myself. Okay, Eliza says she's a little over halfway through Jade War. Okay. I know you said it's a little bit slower in your opinion than the first one, but what kind of energy are you giving right now? Is it feeling like a 4-star, maybe still a 5-star? Like what are you thinking? Meredith says I should be joining for the next round of sprints. Okay, cool. Yes, I would love to have you. Kristen, hi Kristen. Sam's excited about Kaylee too. She says hi back. Hi Lola, good to see you. More Kaylee love. I'm pretty good. I'm hanging in there. I'm excited to get some reading done. We'll see what I pick up. So I have plenty of options. I'm literally in the middle of like an overwhelming amount of books. So I'm probably going to continue reading Africa Risen. I actually picked up the audiobook the other day. I think it was yesterday. And I'm enjoying it way more via audio and kind of just like following along with my eyes because there's a lot of tricky words. This is a sci-fi fantasy short story collection about like the African dysphoria, I think they describe it as. So it's like a lot of Black fantasy sci-fi stories in here. And it's pretty cool. There's a lot of like interesting lore that I'm learning about as well. So some of them are like, okay. And then others are like, I feel like I'm tripping on acid. You know what I mean? Like it's really intense, crazy stuff. And one of the short stories I read had a Djinn in it. So it was like perfect for Team Djinn. Get those bonus points. So pretty pleased with myself. Originally, Hannah and I were reading this for her Femmes Aficionado book club. But I don't think all the hosts were loving it as much. So there's not going to be a live show. But if you still want to talk about this book or know my thoughts, like it'll be in my wrap up and everything still because I'm going to finish it. And then also I'm like in the middle of way too many other books on my Kindle. I think I'm in the middle of definitely Serpent in the Wings of Night. I'm like 14% of the way through that. I haven't made any progress on that in a while. And then I'm 70% of the way through Twisted Ginni, which is a reverse harem Djinn book where the Djinn is the female lead and then she has these 3 guys. And they're like the fated I don't even know how to describe this. These guys are like connected to these princes of hell, and the princes of hell are supposed to like take over their bodies because this cult like raised them to be like this, but they like escaped. They don't want to do that. So it's very culty, which I wasn't expecting. I didn't really look into it that much when I picked it up. I just heard Djinn, perfect. Reverse harem, perfect. I was like, sign me up. I will say it is quite slow burn though, which is surprising for a reverse harem. And I think it's just a standalone. So if you're in the mood for a reverse harem that's slow burn, this is an interesting choice. Okay. And then, well, let me just tell you what the last option is. Like I said, I might pick up Jade War if I'm in the mood for that. If nothing else is working, but I kind of want to finish books before I start a new one. You know what I mean? I got to wrap some up. Hannah says, I'm in bed, but I'm reading This Woven Kingdom and Ships of Bones and Teeth. I desperately want to get to Ships and Bones and Teeth before the end of the month. I'm going to read it no matter what, like if it spills into July, because I convinced my IRL book club here at my apartment building to read it. So I'm excited about that. We're also going to read, what's that book called? She Who Became the Sun for my IRL book club this month. I've done like that is the main book. And then Ships of Bones and Teeth is like a fun romance bonus book. So got a lot on my TBR in the next 30 so days. Sam says, Hannah, I'm excited to read both of those this month, right? They sound so good. Maggie's going to join later. She says she's going to be here soon. So I'm excited about that. She's just wrapping some stuff up and then she'll jump on with me, which I'm excited. Maggie seems super, super cool. I really love her channel. She has some really cool romance-related videos that are just so original. Like I don't see a lot of other people doing them, and I'm inspired. I'm very inspired. Her stuff is really cool. Eliza says, Hannah, I'm planning to read those this month too. Yo, everybody's on the same page. That's for sure. Eliza says, wait, Survivor is over. Let us know when they post the videos. Okay, yeah, I'll send, I should put the playlist on my community tab. I'll do that tonight so you can see the ones that are released already. I think he's released maybe like 3 or 4 episodes. There's probably an episode actually live right now on his channel because he does them Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 p.m. EST. So yeah, you'll see. They're kind of long. I'm not going to lie. They're like 40 minutes. But just skip to the parts where I'm talking. So that'll be fun. Meredith says, 5th is so good. Now you can audition for the real show. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, 5th place, I'm pretty proud. I was telling my dad about it, and he's like, yo, you got the personality for reality TV. I was like, I do? Thank you, Father. If I happen to be in between jobs one day, maybe I'll apply for a reality show. It seems really fun. It's something I thought about for giggles, but not something I've like really tried to apply for. But I love reality TV. Like I'm gonna watch The Bachelorette when it comes out soon. I'm excited about that. Though the trailers kind of make me cringe a little bit. I kind of hate PDA. I'm not gonna lie. I love romance books and I love smutty romance books, but watching people like with my eyeballs make out just kind of makes me be like a little bit. But I love the drama that comes with The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. So every year, every season, probably since like, I don't know, definitely before the pandemic, probably when I was still in college. My husband's getting home. So yeah, maybe I will do that one day. Bunny Cakes, hi, how are you? Eliza says, I think 4.55 because I just love them so much and this world, but death slower. Something crazy did happen, but blew over really quick. Okay. Whew. I'm glad you're still really, really liking it. That makes me more excited because I was a little nervous when you said it was slow. But yeah, the character building and the world building and just like how invested you get into this Call family is real. Like it's so beautifully executed. So I'm very impressed so far with this series. And for those that are just catching up, this is the Jade War Greenbone Saga trilogy. Hi, Neil. How are you? Meredith says, we'll be reading 5th Wing and then packing, moving on Sunday. Oh, you're moving on Sunday. That's so exciting. Good luck with your move. I hope it goes smoothly. Mare says hi to Nell. Sam says, oh man, I think I'm reading Africa Risen at work tomorrow, but that sounds like a lot of attention needed. I mean, some of them kind of need a lot of attention. Like, if you zone out for like 1 minute and you're on a trippy one, you're going to be like, what universe am I on? You know what I mean? But honestly, I think it'll be fine. The stories are really, really short. I think the average page count on each story is probably around 15. And the shortest is probably like 10. So you'll fly through each story. Neil says, hi, Merb. You're on 5th already? Yeah, Meredith has her Discord read-along for 5th Wing. Is it 4th Wing? 5th Wing? What is 5th? I'm thinking 4th Wing. Maybe that was a typo. I'm confused. But she does have a readathon or a read-along going for that if you want to check out her channel and join along. She says, it's how I started my day for this week. Sam says, oh, good luck with She Who Became the Sun. Yeah, have you read that yet? I'm excited. I bought it when it like first came out, so I have the hardback, but like it's one of those books where I think it's going to be 5 stars, so I'm scared to read it because I don't want to be disappointed. But I brought it up to my book club, and it's given me the push to like really commit to sitting down and starting it. So I'm excited about that as well. I've been reading so many Asian books lately, and I'm loving it. Oh, you loved She Who Became the Sun? Okay, great. That's good news. I feel like I've heard mixed things. Maybe like, not like hate it, but like didn't love it in some of the reviews. So I really I want to be obsessed with it. You know what I mean? I want to love it. Mulan, it's compared to Mulan, and Mulan's like my favorite Disney movie of all time. Like, it's so good. So I'm hoping it gives me everything I hope, everything I dream. April says all about ASOBAT. What is that short for? Blood and Teeth, a ship of bones and teeth, right? Bones and teeth. Okay, yeah. I've been hearing great things about that. I don't think I've read from that author ever. And this is like her fantasy debut, right? So I'm ready to jump in and see what it's about. The hype is like increasing. I'm loving it. Hi, Ozzy. Reading Our Wives Under the Sea. Oh, I haven't heard that before. Is it like is it related to mermaids or pirates at all? Is it going to get you points for Once Upon a Readathon? Meredith says, OMG, I just realized I said fifth wing, Nell. I feel like I say the wrong thing every time. Yeah, you kind of confused me on that one. I was like, I knew what you meant the first time. And then when she said fifth back to you, I was like, fifth? I thought it was fourth. But yeah, I make typos like that all the time. No problem. I thought that was hilarious. Took me so long to realize, LOL. You guys are too funny. Fifth Wing, the sequel. Yeah, fifth, sixth. People are going to be confused. They're going to be like, where's the first, second, third, and third? You know what I mean? Nell says, I know I'm part of her read along. Yes. I'm just giving her a hard time. She needs to hurry up and finish it, right? Okay. Hi, Morgan. You love She Who Became the Sun. Great. Oh, I'm loving all the hype about it. I'm excited to finally give it a try. I heard some crazy rumors about there being like fisting or something in it, and it's sapphic and all that. I'm like, what? I don't even know what that looks like. I don't think I've ever read that in a book before, and I don't know how far it's going to go with like steamy scenes in it. So I'm reading it not with the expectations of it being like a romance or steamy or anything. I'm just reading it as a fantasy. But if it has romantic elements in it, I'm all about it. That will make me even more motivated to fly through it. Meredith says, I should have just played it off like, yeah, I have the arc for Fifth Wing. I'm an influencer, okay? That's hilarious. You're like, yeah, I'm a beta reader. I'm an alpha reader. Like, I've got the inside scoop. Morgan says, what I heard was that She Who Became the Sun was like Mulan combined with Song of Achilles. I haven't read Song of Achilles either, but I'm tempted to pick it up. But my TBR is like so long already, so it's not like my priority. So we'll see how I like She Who Became the Sun first, and maybe I'll backtrack. Though I did read her other book, Circe. I have that. It was pretty good. Ozzy says, people are underwater, but they're not mermaids. LOL. It's horror, I believe. Okay. Interesting. Oh my God. That makes me think of like those scary movies where they're like, I don't even know, like, or even like those TikToks where they're like swimming through the caves and stuff. I'm like, people, why are you doing that? There doesn't even have to be monsters, and that's horrifying. Like, why are we swimming through these small crevices? Like, just lay on the beach, okay? We don't need to do that much. Nell says that sounds good. Kristen says, I have a short audiobook to listen to tonight. It's The Long-Legged Fly by James Salas. It's why can't I read this word? It's a deceive story set in New Orleans. I don't know what that means. It's only 3.5 hours on Audible. Ooh, that's a quick one. That'll get you some quick points on the board for the readathon. I've been reading a couple tiny novellas as well. Nell gave SOA 4 stars. SOA. Oh, man. SOA. Song of Achilles, 4 stars. Okay, that's a pretty good rating. I know it's got a ton of 5 stars. So even if I give something 4 stars, like that is a win for me. 3 stars is like fine. Like it was fine, but like I could have gone without reading it. 4 stars, I'm happy. 5 stars is like, I'm not going to shut up about this book. I rarely give books 5 stars. Oh, detective. I was like, deceive? Detective. Okay, that makes more sense. Ozzy says She Who Became the Sun is more Mulan than Song of Achilles. Okay, that's great news because I love Mulan. Maybe it's like Song of Achilles because it's also queer and like war, I guess. Or maybe it's just like a really popular name that they're like, let's slap this on there to give it some more intrigue. No worries. We figured it out. Morgan says, it's def on my TBR. Eliza says, LMAO, watching you figure out all these acronyms. Hey, I've been catching most of them, so I'm pretty pleased with myself. I'm like, I'm thinking really hard. Oh, now you're gonna test me. Oh gosh, that serpent and the serpent and the wings of night. Got it. JW. Oh, you're really testing me. Jade War. Duh. I'm reading TIH the sprint. Eliza, why are you testing me so hard? Oh my god, I can picture you laughing at me so hard. Okay, TIH. TIH. Oh, you stumped me. Is it something we've talked about already? Tell me what it is. I can't figure it out. I'm stingy with 5 stars, right? 5 stars is like magic books. I have to be honest though, like I read mostly romance, right? And I hardly ever give out 5 stars for romances, but I'm a little more lenient with books outside of that genre just because I don't read as much of it. So if I'm impressed, I'm like, oh my God, I've never read anything like this before. So 5 stars. But like if somebody else reads that genre a lot, like a mystery or something, they'll be like, oh, that wasn't that special. I've read that like 1,000 times. But for me, it's like the first time. So I'm like 5 stars. It's not my normal genre. But romance, I read all the time. So I'm like not that impressed with the things that I'm familiar with, even though it's fun. So I'll give it like 4 stars. You feel me? Meredith says Eliza's inner bully coming out. She's bullying me. But it's funny. It's okay. I'd probably do the same thing, honestly, if we reversed places. TIH. What is TIH? I'm not sure. The inadequate air. I don't even remember talking about that, Eliza. What? Can you remind me what that's about again? I was never going to guess that. That's a hard one. It was. Okay. So let's sprint. I'm thinking we go for maybe, what's a good time? Do you think like 45 minutes, 30 minutes? I know Maggie's going to jump on, so maybe we do 30 minutes. That way we can chat with her sooner than later if she gets here. Sam says, wow, fake fan not paying attention to the group chat. Yeah, me, Sam, and Eliza like text almost every day on Instagram. We had like a long combo today. We were going really into like YouTube strategy and like figuring out life and going deep with our goals for our channels and stuff. But I don't even think I've heard of the inadequate air besides maybe the one time you guys were talking about it. So it didn't stick in my brain, but is it worth looking up? Do you think I'll like it? You know me pretty well now. Okay, let me see. Let me find a timer for maybe, oh gosh, I don't know. What's a good amount of time? Hold on a sec. Comment down below if you have a preference. Hi, Melody. Good to see you. I'm just trying to figure out how much time we should go for. I think maybe like 40 minutes. 40-minute. Okay, actually, I've played these two before. They're 45 minutes. Let me share my screen. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool. Make this big. Okay. Eliza says, don't worry. I just threw these out to show how ridiculous these acronyms get. You like 40? Okay. Well, we'll do 45 just because this one has like music and stuff. So I think it'll be nice. Because yeah, 30 is kind of short, right? 30 is good starting for people to join, then 45, you think? That's a fair point too. Fair point. Because I'm going to be on for a couple of hours at least. You know what I mean? Sam says, hi, Melody. We'll play it by ear. We'll put the 45 on. If Maggie jumps on, maybe I'll end it short. I mean, I could scrum this up. Let me just scrum it. So it's like, we'll start like here. There we go. Look at me, using my brain, being clever. Okay, let's read. Happy reading, everyone, and I'll see you in 36 minutes. Compromising. We're compromising. All right. Catch you in a bit. Hello.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Hello,
Good
hello.
to see you too.
Hi, Sam. I see you have your new mic.
You know, so professional now.
I will say you are much louder than
Oh.
Maggie.
Am I like super low or am I all
No,
right?
I think Sam is just extra loud. She's got a new mic. She's figuring it
My
out.
God.
Okay.
I also had like the stream in the background and it was playing in my ear, and I was like, "What is happening?" Ooh.
Yeah.
Hello.
How are you, Maggie?
I'm good. I just got home from work a little while ago, so it's nice to kind of just chill, just lay back on the couch.
Are you in the Are you on the West Coast?
No, East Coast.
Oh, it's a late day. Here's
Yeah,
Meredith.
I work a weird schedule. I'm actually a nanny, so I work pretty late to take them to their activities and things like that.
I see. That makes sense. When do you start then? Are you starting early and you stay late, or you meet them maybe halfway through the day?
No, I start between 11 and 12 most days, but the little boy, he fell off the monkey bars, so we took him to the emergency room and all that jazz. He's okay though. He's okay. He's a strong little kid. Boys are crazy.
They bounce back quick.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. He just wanted a toy since he broke his, well, he thought he broke his arm. So he's like, I deserve a toy. So he was trying to play his mom.
All right, Sam, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sam from Samantha Donovan. A cat just came in. I read books and I hang out on Daphne's channel a lot now, so.
You do. Your mic sounds amazing, by the way. The new mic is really good.
It's good.
I'm glad. The camera is so, but I'm glad about the microphone at least.
No, everything looks great. The moody setting you have going on too in your library, like
it is completely bright day outside. I just refuse to accept it.
Oh, are you West Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. It's 7 o'clock. The sun won't set for at least 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you got time.
Yeah, you got
time. Well, thanks for joining, you guys. Hi, Meredith. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Meredith. I'm Australian, and I'm a booktuber. I don't know. I was asked people to introduce themselves, and then when I have to, I'm like,
yeah. So it's what, like noon for you right now?
Yes, it's 12:04, and I'm only having my first coffee now because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I'm getting really good at the Aussie time math.
I know. Ever since we started sprinting, I was like, I understand what 6 o'clock Western means for Australians, so I can now do all math.
You know the important stuff now.
Yeah,
I'm educating you guys. What matters?
Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining. I'm happy you're here. Hi, guys. I'm at work, but I'll sprint with you all so I can tackle my printing. Printing? What kind of printing? Like fun printing or like documents printing? Zach's here too. Hi, Zach. Just finished The Dance Tree by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. 4.5. That's a really good score. And I'm starting Air of Uncertain Magic by Charlie N. Holmberg. Zach, you're always reading books like I've never heard of. You put so many interesting things on my radar. It's your 10th book for the Readathon. That's really, really good. Sarah says, hello, just subbed to your channel. Gonna go binge some of your videos. Oh, thanks, Sarah. I really appreciate it. Well, I hope I'm up to your standard and you have a fun time.
Even if she's not, you have to subscribe and watch forever.
Thank you.
Yes.
Maggie, how many books have you read for the Readathon now? I've only read like 4.
Well, I've read a bunch of like novellas. So altogether, I think I'm at like 16. I've read mostly novellas, and then I have a couple books under my belt. But I've been in like a slump. That sounds weird saying I've read like 16, but that put me in a slump, I think, because I just read way too many novellas.
Were they like a part of a series?
No, they were just all over the place. A lot of them were ones that just, I don't know, they weren't hitting. They were just kind of lousy. But a lot of them, I'll just be straight with you guys. A lot of them were like smut. A lot of on the Pirates team. All of our members have been like, there's this weird one. There's this. There's that. So
really?
I got a lot
You're racking up the points, though.
I am with smut. So I should be proud of myself.
I just finished a Jessica Kane novella, and I don't know. I need to find like another like micro novella author because she hits the spot, but also she has some kinks that are just like a little too far for me. And I'm just like, okay, it was fun until you say this weird stuff. I'm like, can you not?
Yeah. That's the hard thing. I think I've read mostly just not good stuff.
Yeah.
As far as like for the novellas right now, I've read some ones where I questioned like what's going on. Like for me, like if it gets that far gone, I'm kind of like, what? And you have to go pretty far to shock me to a point where I'm like, I don't know about this. You're too weird for me.
Oh no.
Sam, how many have you gotten through this month? You've read so many books, right? You're gonna pick your 100th book, or did you decide it yet, or are you still in your 99?
So this is gonna be my 100th book of the year, but I think I've only read. This will be my 11th book for this month, but I've only read one Djinn book so far. But I'll be reading more.
You're still racking up points. Don't forget, you can do the POC, the water, and the LGBTQ.
Yes, I have been doing that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm reading any water books besides A Ship of Bones and Teeth.
Have you started that already? No, yeah.
I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, I only hear really great things.
I love Karina Howell, so I'm excited. But also,
have you
there's
read
on
River
audio.
of Shadows?
No, I've only read Black Sunshine, which is maybe the worst.
Really?
Yeah,
I hated
it. I liked it.
Oh no. I mean, it was fun, but it was also terrible.
Exactly. That's my cup of
Was
tea.
it just disjointed or what?
Sorry,
Why didn't you like it, Meredith?
Sorry?
Why didn't you like
my name?
Yeah, why didn't you like it?
Oh.
Black Sunshine. Was it disjointed?
It was just
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
You're tempting
and
me.
weird consent. I don't know.
That part.
It's like, that's not really consent, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a vampire. And he's like a really old vampire. And I know like vampires are different to humans. But if I'm reading it, I'm a human, you know, I'm not a vampire. So I'm like, no, I think I need consent, sorry.
Yeah, the theme starts like chapter 3 and it's questionable consent. And so it's like right off the bat, you're like, oh, I'm being thrown into this story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has plot at the end for build up for the sequel. So
interesting. I've only read River of Shadows by Karina Howell, and I started it and it was amazing. It's supposed to be like a horror romance and it felt like horror. And then halfway through the book, it feels like it's a completely different thing. Like she's going on this massive quest. She goes into the underworld, going through these challenges. You're like, oh my God, this is good. There's action. I can see like some sort of like tension building up between characters. But then once she meets Death, it's just kind of, they're just inside the same place in the castle, just talking. And it becomes like instant love. It doesn't make sense. So it felt disjointed. But she has so many books that sound good.
They all sound fantastic. I really want to pick up Blood Orange, that duet, the Dracula duet. Miss Ma'am, would you stop it?
I'm into vampires. I might be down for it.
Okay. Savage Sage says, we stand Daphne, iconic book reader, Sage Viver player, and great human. Thanks, Sage. Even if she is always the imposter. Oh, LOL. Okay, so this is the guy that hosted the Survivor thing I was in. He's really, really cool. He's got a gaming channel and streams like all the time. And we were playing Among Us together the other night. And I got if you've ever played Among Us, I got imposter maybe 4 or 5 games in a row.
Oh, man.
Sucks.
So sorry.
That's so stressful.
Always the killer. Even one round,
when you're
guys, I am the imposter. They were like, are you lying? I was like, no. And they still didn't vote me out. Like I still survived. Eliza says, I've not read anything this whole sprint, but managed not to buy any books.
That's a win. I literally messaged her in the group chat. I was like, stop buying books.
She
has the money, you know.
Has an addiction.
But she messaged me and she's like, I just bought my 4th edition of Fourth Wing. And I was like, you need to slow down.
She's gonna live in a
house. It's her favorite
with
book, though, right?
Yeah, it's like one of her favorites of the year for sure.
She has
Rachel says, got another chapter done with the Pirate Prince.
Yay!
Pirates.
That's a book that I recommended to her. It's a good book. It's a
Oh, yeah?
historical. I don't know if y'all like to read historicals, but it's a
No,
good
I
one.
do.
I love them.
Oh,
but I
yeah,
haven't read one in a
historical.
while.
It's
If
good.
it's
I think it's by
fantasy.
Galen Foley.
Let me add it to my. Let me check it out on Goodreads because I
Yeah,
love it.
it's fun. It has like more action to it than a normal historical romance has. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of stuff to sink your teeth into. Plus, it's a pirate. You know,
Yeah, see, pirates is a
proximity,
buzzword
all
for
that
me.
jazz.
Yeah, I'm just looking
I
this
feel like
up.
pirates.
Adding. Okay, April says I may need to know what mic that is, right? Sam's mic? Even the stand, you got it on one of those bendy arm things?
Yeah, it was like a podcaster kit. It was like $55 on Amazon.
Oh,
And it just gave me everything I needed. It also has like a pop filter. Because
No
it's like
idea
for
what that
recording in the studio.
For $55?
Can you
That's
like
great.
send this through
Yeah,
to the group
yeah.
chat?
What the hell?
Yeah, I
The
will.
mic
microphone
and the
costs
stand
I'll
was
just
55?
I'll just grab the box.
I need a better camera first, though, I think.
Yeah, I'm just streaming on my monitor's camera right now, but my normal
Yeah,
camera
mine's
is
really crap.
Oh, wow.
Mine's not that good either.
What's the brand?
Podcasting. Wait, let me make this small.
Mod.
I'm just gonna take
Mono
a photo.
something.
Hold it up.
Mayano?
Yeah, Amazon has those random companies, but
But
it's really
yeah, I
good.
set it up
Sounds
today.
great.
Yeah,
USB.
I'm gonna look that up.
Super easy to set up, super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got a new webcam too, which was like $30. So it's kind of a steal.
Also, I recently figured out how to like if you want to use your mic for your regular cameras, like if you want to like film on your regular camera and have your mic connected to it, just like record within your editor and then you can auto sync the video to it. It's like really, it just does it all on its own.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. That sounds like something I would mess up.
Like you don't need to plug.
Yeah,
your
I'm like,
mic
that's
into your
too much
camera.
effort for me. I'm too lazy.
I was like researching, guys. I was like, I have this mic. I need to figure out all the use cases. So I can help you if you ever decide to do that.
Okay.
Kelsey says, hi, just joining, trying to decide if I want to continue reading Addie LaRue or The Space Between Worlds. Oh, well, nice to meet you, Kelsey. Thanks for joining. And I've read both of those books. And I really liked Addie, though I felt like they jumped over some of the historical stuff, like, like racism and like things like this. Skipped over that.
Of course.
But it was still fun. And then Space Between Worlds is like a sci-fi. And I really liked it, but I feel like I need to read it again to like fully understand the ending. I was like, I don't really understand what just happened. You know what I mean? But I wanted to love it. And it's sapphic, which I liked. But I'm mostly straight. So when she was talking to a man, I got a little too excited, even though it wasn't like you're supposed to root for, you know?
It's like the straightest thing I've ever heard.
I was like, okay, I know this woman is the main interest, but like, who's this man?
We could have bisexual rep instead, you know? A little poly.
Okay, Emily says, not fun printing lots of documents. Okay. But you're working hard. Okay. We'll keep you company while you print. Morgan says, currently reading Hyperion. Am I saying that right? And these long chapters are killing me. LOL. Ooh, have any of you guys read that? I don't really know that much about that one. No? Okay. Yeah, long chapters are killer. I'm reading Twisted Ginny, and the chapters are so short. They're like 3 minutes long.
Is it
Is that a
good?
novella?
It's pretty good. It's different than I expected. It's Djinn reverse harem, where the Djinn is like the woman, and it's cultier than I didn't realize it was going to be culty. So the three guys are like supposed to be possessed by the devil, like the princes of hell or something. And it's kind of slow burn, Maggie. So
that's okay. I read smut, but like slow burn's totally fine.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy in the beginning. Like it's really culty in the beginning, kind of violent. And then it gets kind of sweet. Like they're like chilling, like enjoying life because it's the end of the world and it's kind of heartfelt. So I'm having a fun time. Zach says 10th of the readathon, 80th of the year. That's really, really good. What's your goal then? You're trying to get to like 200 or something? What's your goal? April says Blood Orange, Black Rose was good. Has a killer cliffhanger. Okay, so Sam can definitely check those out. Emily says, I've almost finished 3 books, but I have 5 graphic novels / manga volumes to read over the weekend. So I'm extremely excited. Yeah, that will definitely bump up your score. I finished a manga today, actually. I picked up Wolf Girl and Black Prince. It was an anime. Have you seen that one? It's pretty good. I liked it.
I've never
Yes,
read
I've watched
manga.
that anime actually.
Yeah, it's really cute, right? I don't remember how it ends though. So I might pick up the rest of
I
the
don't
manga.
think I liked it, but I can't remember why because this was like back in high school. I was like a teenager then. So I can't remember, but I don't think I liked it. But I watched the whole thing, so
Yeah, I feel like sometimes with those, it's like they never really end conclusively, and then the anime's just over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
they never
together.
conclude shoujo anime for some reason.
Yeah, it's frustrating. So
It's really annoying. Yeah.
Kristen says, I'm holding off for my new to me vampire books for spooky season. Okay.
Although Summerween is next month, so if you wanted to read vampires books sooner,
Ooh, you'd have a reason. So what does Summerween entail? It's just
Summerween is, I believe, the 7th through the 10th. It's like a weekend or something in July, and it's just Halloween in the summer. So there's 5 prompts, I believe, and one of them is like just read a book in the dark. So there's really 4 prompts, and then just read as many thrillers and spooky books in the weekend.
I got a new thriller. I don't read that many, but the one from Book of the Month, she started it. Sounds pretty funny.
Yeah, I forgot you got that.
Yeah, I pick up ones that sound funny to me. I'm like, I'll probably enjoy this.
That was me with The Last Word. I was like, this is going to be a silly good time.
Yeah, and it's like about a bachelorette, and I'm like, I just lived that, so I'll probably relate.
You should read You're Invited then. That's about a wedding.
Okay.
Are you going to scream?
Up. So
You
cute.
can't scream.
April says The Pirate Prince, 9 chapters and high drama. So much. I'm really intrigued. Is it on KU?
I don't think so. No, it's mass paperback. I think from like the 90s.
Okay, maybe I can find it secondhand or used on Amazon. Addie over the Space Between Worlds. Love the concept of the space between worlds, but the story didn't work for me. Yeah, right. Like I was like, what happened at the end? I'm so confused. Sheba and Shells, hi. I've been lurking, but I record my audio in Audacity and the auto sync. Oh, okay. We're talking about microphones again. I've been lurking, but I record my audio in Audacity and then auto sync them up too. I found it sometimes was a little off until I started doing a clap at the start to help them sync. Yes, that's a good idea. I tried it out too. And I'm like, this is to sync the audio. This. You have to make sure your camera can also hear you. So that's the trick. Kelsey says, amazing insight in Space Between Worlds. I too am mostly straight. Zach says his goal is 140, but I'm an overachiever. You're doable. You're going to hit it. Emily says, I haven't heard of that one, but I'll definitely have to check it out. I need more manga recs. Yes. A manga rec that, okay, if you want like a romantic, smuttier adult manga rep that's not like hentai or like anything like too crazy. I really like this one. I actually just reread a couple chapters today. It's called Sweat and Soap. And it's like really cute, but also a little smutty. It's about this man and woman that work at this kind of like Johnson & Johnson soap company. And he's a scent master. So he like makes scents for the soaps and she works in finance. And she's a bit sweaty. So she loves using all the products and stuff. And one day he walks by her and smells her. And he's like, oh my God, you're the best smelling person I've ever smelled my entire life. And he's like, I need you as my like muse. And it's their romance. And it's really sweet. So if you need a romance manga, this is a cute one. Eliza says, I can't wait for Summerween. I need more horror thriller in my life. Yes. Summerween excitement. Nell, came back to a full house. Yes, we've got friends. Maggie's here. Meredith's here. Sam's here. They all have YouTube channels. Definitely check them out. They're great. They make great content. I didn't know Sweat and Soap had smut in it. Yeah, it does. It's not like super, super explicit. Like they're going to cover the important bits, but like you get more than the typical, you know? So it's fun.
I also didn't know that manga did smut.
Oh, if you physically see manga, if it's like wrapped up in plastic, smutting it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Good to know.
They don't want
That
the
is good
kids
to know.
flipping through it by accident.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right. I think we can go ahead and sprint some more. Oh, wait, let's see. Emily said one more thing. I've actually heard of Sweat and Soap. I'll add it to my TBR. Mainly only read horror and shonen. I forget what that is. Is that like more boys focused? But I really do want to dabble into more romance manga. Yes, I actually heard of Sweat and Soap through Mina from Mina Reed's channel. She was talking about it a lot. Yeah, and plastic wrap. Exactly.
Good to know.
Okay.
They don't wrap it in plastic in Japan, which is concerning.
Really? I feel
They
like
just expect you to know.
I feel like Japanese
I was
culture is
like-
really interesting.
When I went there, I was like, I need to buy like a really gross manga. So I did buy one. And sometimes when people come around, I'm like, do you want to see something I bought in Japan? And I just get it out. And they're like,
And it's
Oh
all
my
in
God.
Japanese, I
and
would
I'm like,
imagine.
yeah, I brought this at a news agency.
A news agency?
Wow.
It wasn't wrapped up.
Place?
Mhm.
Wow. I
I
feel
love
like
that for
Japanese
you.
media is like so
I
extreme.
didn't even have to work hard to get it.
It's either super sweet or super like, you know, they go there.
Yep, it's a male one too. So
Japan is like, if you know, you know.
someone's like, I can't read it. It's not in English. I'm like, I don't think you need to be able to read this.
That's the point of the pictures.
The pictures do it enough. Yeah. It's like my little party
God.
trick when people come around.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Japan. It's like, if you know, you know.
Oh. Okay. Do we want to go for how long you think? What would be a good time? Another 45, or you want to do shorter sprints, or
I am down for whatever.
I think
Okay.
45 is good.
okay, I'll do a 45 one.
I have to head off around 2 and a bit hours if you're still going, but I'll just like head off
Okay.
because I have work.
No problem. I don't know how long we'll go. We'll just feel it out. I don't need to be anywhere. Though I do have an important meeting in the morning, so maybe I shouldn't stay up too late.
Meeting schmeeting.
All
You're
right.
more
I
important
will
than your
see
job.
you on the other side. Happy reading. Hello.
Hello.
How did the reading go?
Good. Very good. I found out there's a pirate in mine, so
Score?
Oh my god, that's awesome.
You're dominating.
This was one I didn't think had absolute. This is Make Games, Daphne. You know I'm going to talk about it again. But this one has nothing to do with like a water setting or anything. I've just been listening to it on my drive to work, and now there's a pirate. So that was a happy little accident.
It's nice when things work out that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I've gotten pretty far into my Twisted Ginny book. I've got like an hour left in the story, and the end of the world is very imminent. I have no idea how they're going to figure this out.
Always gotta love that.
Mhm.
You're listening
I have.
to it? Oh, sorry.
Hmm?
No, you're good.
You're listening
Daphne, it's
to it?
on.
No,
Kindle?
no, I'm reading on my Kindle.
Got it.
Is it on Kindle Unlimited?
It is.
Okay.
Almost
good to
everything I
know.
read on this Kindle is on Kindle Unlimited.
I know. I was like this close to starting City of Brass today, and then I was like, I need other things, but almost did that because
I
it's
feel
on
that.
KU.
I was thinking of reading that for this, but I'm like, I don't know if I have the capacity for all the books I want to read. I don't know if I'm going to get to it. How about you, Meredith? How'd you do?
I got to page 264, and you'll be happy to know, Sam, that I'm really enjoying this section.
Good. I've been
Really
watching the
fun.
Discord, and I'm like, there's a lot happening. It's a good time.
My favorite part was when the guy was like, "Oh, we're making dick jokes now." Like, my whole life was led up to this moment. I'm like, it's me.
Oh, I saw that. It was a good chuckle.
Yeah, this section's been fun because there's been more dragons.
Yeah,
less
the friend groups, they're great.
Yeah, so this section's been good. I've still got quite a bit to go. This section's pretty big today.
Yeah.
It's a pretty long book, right? How long is it?
Yeah. Just
495
under 500? Yeah.
pages? No, that was Jade City.
That's long, man.
Around 500.
It's a little bit longer than that. It's 498.
Oh.
But like the font's bigger in this, so Jade City's probably longer, really.
Yeah.
Mm.
This font's pretty big.
Plus,
The pages
it's
are bigger.
new, so it goes by a lot faster.
You know what? That's what I noticed about Priory of the Orange today. I haven't read it, but every time I pick it up, I'm like, this book is too big. And the font is like unnecessarily big. Like, just reformat it to be smaller.
But then it's not
Yeah.
fancy.
Fair.
More people would probably read it because most people won't read it because it's so long,
It's too
including me.
Intimidating. Yeah.
How about you, Sam? How far did you get?
I'm finally making progress. I've been reading this book for like 2 months.
Oh,
and I
no.
just keep putting it down. I love it though. That's the
okay.
weird thing. I love the first almost 150 pages. It's just like big brained, and it's a lot sometimes.
Oh.
But it's good. It's epic fantasy, but it's like fantasy true crime
Mm-hmm.
with like a copycat killer. It's weird. It's not something I read before, but I like the world building and like all the god stuff.
Yeah, I've seen Reagan from Peru's Project talk about that book. I don't know if I've seen many other people talk about it, but it seems interesting. Like it's like cursed objects or whatever give you powers, right?
Oh, the objects are so cool. There's like stones that you can put emotions into, and then people can make masks of your knowledge. And one of those masks was of a serial killer, and it got stolen. So.
And why do they need to keep these masks? Why do they have them?
It was an exhibit. It was a little gala. Just a fun little showcase for the rich.
I want to go to one of those. I want to look at
that'd be
masks
so
of
fun.
serial killers. Sounds like a day.
Right? Yeah,
date idea.
You know how like serial killers have like their special touch, that one thing that makes them them? It's a lot.
Oh no. I'm
learning the reason as to why, but it's a lot. So it's been a time.
Is it gory?
No, not really. But the way that the bodies are described for like a paragraph, you're kind of just like, okay. And then you carry on and forget about it.
Okay.
So it's mostly the mystery then.
Yeah. But it's not like there's not like a lot of blood. It's just the way that the bodies are found, and then it kind of continues.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Kristen says you're at the halfway point. That's great progress. Morgan says, I love City of Brass, but it's too long. Yeah, like I want to get to it because it's Djinn, but I'm like, it's kind of long, and I want to read Jade War this month, and that's pretty long. That's like 600 pages.
Audiobooks.
I know, right? I might have to just pick it up. Eliza says, the dragon's burning people for just breathing wrong. Is that a fourth wing thing?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
The dragons like are sentient and they talk, right? Are you like in the heads of the dragons? Interesting.
They
Little
talk
bit.
to their like
The
rider,
writer.
the person they're bonded to. They're not supposed to talk to anyone else.
I see. Sheba and Shell says, weird war strat, but I believe in the dragon's wisdom. Not so much anyone else's.
I do think it's weird though, because it's like, is killing off like all these people beneficial? Probably not, but it's so fun to read, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm
It
here
gets you
for it.
entertained.
But I'm like, actually, it's a terrible strategy. Like, just killing off everyone, so you've got barely
Yeah.
anyone left. Like you've
I
got
think-
the best left, but that's it. You know?
Yeah. It's kind of like before the bonding, I think kill them all. Like, I don't care. It's after the bonding where I'm like, we don't have to kill people, right? Like,
Yeah, like they killed this real feisty chick. I'm like, surely she is useful. Just like punish her. But no, it's just like we're just gonna kill her. She's
Yeah.
dead. I'm like,
God.
I don't know if that's a good strategy, but it was fun to read.
Yeah, I haven't read it, as you know, but I watched like a non-spoiler review of it. And one critique this woman had was like, they're in a war and they need soldiers, but they're
Yeah.
killing people at the school. You know,
Like anyone you can get would be good, right?
pretty much.
They're like, nah, if you're not one of the best, bye.
Like no foot,
yeah, but-
foot soldiers allowed.
You use them to get killed off during the war so that the good people aren't killed off. But they're
Oh,
like,
gosh.
nah.
she's trying to be like morally decent and not just draft people.
Maggie, have you read Fourth Wing?
Nope. But we were
Okay,
talking about it in our chat, and I got really curious about it. Everyone's saying, though, that after they finished it, it's kind of put them in a book slump because
Right.
it's
I've
so
heard that
damn
so
good.
much.
Yeah, the book hangover
Yeah.
is so real. I can't give anything
Yeah.
5 stars after it. I've gotten a few 4.5. I can't find a 5-star after it. It's consumed my every
Damn.
thought.
See, that's what, like, that's the thing that's intriguing me is that it's like across the board, I'm hearing that it's so damn good.
Yeah, even like we all acknowledge that it's not good, but there's just
Okay.
something about it that makes it so good. Like it is cringy. The writing isn't spectacular, but it's just
Okay.
you get sucked in and then you're just like obsessed. And the next one doesn't come out until like November.
It's candy.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Everyone's like it's cracking the pages and I'm like, yeah. It doesn't make sense, but it is.
It's like
Mm.
I
Sarah J.
understand
Maas,
that.
but like her books aren't great, but they're so addictive and entertaining. And you finish it and you're like, was that good? No, but did I love it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I'm sure eventually more people are gonna come out being like Fourth Wing is just like Sarah J. Maas. Like it's not actually good and people don't like it anymore. But for now, everyone enjoys it. Except for Aaron. Aaron's not liking it. But Aaron seems to be having
Neither is Liv.
at least a ha-ha
Liv's not
time.
as vocal.
Yeah, I'm scared to give it a try because I don't want to rain on anyone's
Wish I'd
parade.
give it a try. I think you would like Zayden.
The love interest.
Hmm
You
He's
know me,
worth
I
it.
love romance, man.
He's worth it.
I'm wrong.
Is it smutty though? If it's smutty though,
It's smutty.
Historical romance. It's
It's not
pretty
yet,
like,
right?
well,
It's not
damn.
yet. It gets
There's
It
been
gets
nothing
smutty at the
yet,
end.
so you have to wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything. Like they keep talking about how lots of people have sex. I'm like, where's the sex then? I
right?
haven't seen any sex. Like
yeah.
a few people have flirted and that's it. I'm like, where's all this crazy
The
sex that
friends.
happens at the school?
The friends are all having sex, but our main character doesn't until closer towards the end when like things start getting really intense.
Mm,
But
But I love slow
That's-
burn, so it works for
yeah.
me.
mm. All right. April says, okay, had to finish that spicy scene. Couldn't leave the poor girl hanging without finishing. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Beautiful.
Zach says, does Meredith have any favorite Australian books or authors? Mine is Tender Morsels by Margot Lanigan. Lanigan?
I can drop some in the comments because I mean I can say some, but then like You don't remember them. So I'll write some. I mainly just read First Nations authors. I don't really read a lot of like other Australian authors, but I can drop a few. I'll type them in the comments. So if I just like list it off, like that's not useful. I got you.
We'll follow up when we get to your comment. April says, Fourth Wing, worst war strategy ever. Kill everyone. LOL. Still loved it though.
Literally.
Still entertaining. Sheben Shelves. A lot of these are still athletically gifted potential soldiers. Like they get killed for any petty little thing. Who's killing them? The dragons or like the professors?
Everybody's killing everyone.
Yeah, so they can kill each other, but they also just like die of the circumstances. Like the training is brutal, and you can accidentally kill people, you can purposely kill people, and sometimes they just like fall off things and die. Or dragons. There's a lot of death. A lot of different
Is it written
ways.
in first person? Like eyes?
I don't pay attention to that though. Meredith would know, but she is busy.
What's this?
Is Fourth Wing written in first person?
Yes. Yes?
Yes. It is.
I'm like, I think it is. And it's
I
all
never
just
remember.
her perspective. You don't get anyone's but hers.
Just curious. Because with me, when it comes to like things that are high stakes, but it's romance and in first person, I'm like, they're not gonna die. You can't kill them. Like they try to do it in A Court of Thorns and Roses, where she like leaves her body and is like watching herself die, still in first person. I was like,
That's
sorry if
annoying.
it's a spoiler, but everybody's read that book, right?
I will forget by the time I pick it up.
But I was like, first person, you've got plot armor. April says it was only a 4-star for me. Okay, 4 stars is still pretty good.
It's probably what I'll give it, or 3.5.
I was just
Morgan
waiting till you get to
says,
the end.
oh, the end pops off.
Yes.
Honestly, sometimes like I'll be reading a 3-star and the ending's so good I'll give it a 5.
Oh, wow.
Like Life of Pi was like a solid 3. Then the ending, I was like, okay, that's a 5.
Yeah.
I almost
So-
did that with My Heart as a Chainsaw, so
Yeah.
it's one where like the first 300. Ooh.
That's how I felt about Sign Here. Like it was fine, it was fun, and then the end, I was just like crying. It's like that was amazing.
I can't wait.
Morgan says the only thing that's annoying me is the hype because people aren't posting spoiler warnings on TikTok, and I've gotten it spoiled, which makes me not want to read it as much.
Yeah, heaps of people in the Discord have been spoiled because we're all using like the spoiler thing in the Discord, but people are like, oh my God, I got spoiled on TikTok. I'm like, that sucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm on TikTok
Yeah,
a lot, and I've
spoiled.
barely seen anybody talk about it. I think my algorithm kind of knows where I'm at.
That's what happened to me is I had no Fourth Wing content until I read it, and then I seeked it out a little bit, and then I got all the spoilers. But I'd already read it. I would, if it was on my like For You page or anything, like wouldn't risk it.
That's frustrating. I've been encouraged to rain
She
on the
has.
parade.
She's so funny and intelligent. I'm like, don't hold back. Just go for it, please.
Eliza says slow burn smut for Fourth Wing.
My favorite.
Like the drama and action of a CW show.
Yes. Kind of.
I can
I
see
was
it.
comparing it a bit to the 100 before.
Oh, yeah.
Like the plot is not the same, but like the kind of cringe, addictive, stupid kind of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
The 100 gets really bad, but like the start of the 100.
Yeah, I haven't finished that.
It gets really bad. I mean, it was always bad, but like it gets even worse. They're like run out of ideas and they're like, let's just do this. And it's like, that makes no sense, but I'm here for it. Like,
well, yeah, it's a book, but isn't there only 1 or 2 books?
I think the books came out after and they're really bad. Like they're actually bad. Like the show's bad, but like the book's bad.
Great, good to know. I will not read.
Don't.
I just started Vampire Diaries like today.
My favorite. I've watched that so many times.
It's a little cringe.
It's so
but
cringe
I'm like,
in the best
I'll get
way.
through it.
It's one of those things, like it's very of its time. And you just have to remember that. Like it's early 2010s.
Yeah, I think
It's
the
of
first
its
season was
time.
2009. I was looking it up. It's funny because this girl, she's in the hospital for like a couple days, and her hair is still perfectly curled. I'm like, so silly.
I love that.
Emily says, I have it on my shelf, but I'm just so intimidated because of all the hype. Yeah, maybe let the hype die down, so then you can have like a more honest reaction. April says, if you like Fourth Wing, just hop on over to Ship of Bones and Teeth. That one, the
that's
hype, I feel
exciting.
like, is moderate still. So I'm still excited about that.
Doesn't have an audiobook.
Ooh.
I know, that's my, yeah.
I just don't have time to physically read, except when I'm on sprints, apparently, but because I'm moving
Yeah.
house.
Yeah,
For
you
people
need
that don't
an
know.
audiobook.
Like, I just don't have time to physically read right now. And I'm
How's
struggling
packing
to
going?
concentrate on audiobooks. Most things are packed. I was meant to pack yesterday and today, and it's probably not going to happen.
Too busy reading Fourth
My
Wing.
mom comes tomorrow. Yeah, I know. The priority here. Liam's like, shouldn't you be packing? I'm like, shouldn't you shut your mouth?
Can't you be doing all the packing? I'm busy.
He doesn't have a lot of stuff, so he's packed pretty much all his stuff.
Oh.
I have a lot of stuff, so he's packed some of my stuff, but I'm like, it's fine. He's a minimalist and I'm a hoarder, so
I
we're not
feel
in
that.
combo. He was like, okay, this stack of stuff, let's go through it and throw out stuff. I'm like, no. I'm like, no.
We're
And I
moving to
wanted
a
to keep
house. We
all
need
the
it.
pamphlets. Yeah, I wanted to keep all the pamphlets of all the houses we looked at to find our house. And he's like, we are not keeping all these because we looked at so many. So we had this whole stack. I'm like, yes. I'm like, we need to keep it. It's got all the memories. And he's like, we are not keeping these. I'm like, no.
That's too funny.
It's been fun.
My one neighbor, she just moved out of this building recently, and she upgraded her bed from a queen to a king. So she offered her queen to our other neighbor, who's living in a twin bed. And I was like, dude, this is a perfect opportunity. You get a free upgrade. Like, do it. And she's like, oh, but like my old bed, the memories. Like, she was like sentimental about it. I'm like, just take a picture. Just get rid of it. You don't need it.
She's had some good sex in that bed by the sound of things. I'm sure that's
I don't know. I'm not on the twin bed. I don't know.
Like
but she took it. She ended up taking the queen. We helped her move it in. So I was like,
good.
Nice.
Yeah.
The right
Send the
decision.
old one back home. All right. Looks like Eliza's going to drop everything and read Ship of Bones.
She has to wait for us.
When are we going to start?
Eventually. You have a book club, so you have to read it at some point.
I know, but I think I have a little bit spill over into July, so
that's fine.
Maybe we just read it in July.
That's also totally fine. My TBR is massive.
I know. I got to get to Jade War. We got to pick a date for that. Emily says, okay, CW. I love all CW shows. Cough, cough. The Arrowverse. I definitely have not watched that. Have you? Have any of you?
No.
Maybe worth looking at. Yes, first person. Okay, yeah. Tara June Winch, Gray. Oh, this is you. Gary Lonesborough, Anita Hess, Adam Thompson, off the top of her head for Australian authors or Indigenous to Australia. How do you say that?
First Nations. Because
First
I
Nation.
haven't really. There's one called Richard Flanagan that's local to where I live because I live in Tasmania, which is like the little irrelevant island, and he's like won the Booker Prize.
Ooh.
But I've never read any of his books, so I don't think I can recommend him. But I think his books are pretty good. But I haven't read any because I'm a fake fan.
He's got the backing though.
Yeah, well, he won the Booker Prize, which is pretty cool because like no one achieves anything where I live because it's just this small irrelevant part of Australia that gets forgotten on maps and everything. And like he won that prize. I'm like, well, that's pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah,
I sense a reading blog.
His books are really weird, apparently too. The one that won the Booker Prize is really, really rough because it's based on like a war camp, a Japanese prisoner of war camp, and it's based on like things that really did happen. And apparently, it's like really bad. And my mum was like having nightmares when she read it. So I'm like,
oh no,
oh God.
But my great uncle was at a Japanese prisoner of war camp, so it was probably really triggering for my mum because she was close with him. But yeah, so it's rough.
Wow. It's like really real. Sheba shelves, and sometimes Violet's thoughts are cringy. In Fourth Wing.
Sometimes? Sometimes. Don't always cringe. We're here for it. It's part of the ride.
Aaron is also Australian. Any Rex? Aaron, do you have any Rex? Which username is Aaron?
Shebas and shelves.
Oh, okay. Good to know. April says, a CW show mixed with Lord of the Flies. LOL. Oh my God. I love Lord of the Flies. I reread
The
that
really evil
recently.
guy is also called Jack in both books, which I think is kind of funny.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's intentional.
Emily, you're Australian? I didn't realize that. Oh, actually, maybe I remember from watching your videos you do have an accent. I was like, oh.
Am I subscribed to you, Emily? I'm just gonna
Emily's
subscribe to so many
Australian.
people at this point.
I mean,
It's
I'm
like-
Australian. Darcy Coates is a great Australian horror author. Some of her books. Wow.
I've been
Okay.
hearing a lot about Darcy Coates lately.
I didn't know he was Australian. Oh.
Cosplay and Book says hello. Hi. Thanks for joining. April says, yes, the 100 put all the kids somewhere they can die and let them fend for themselves. Very logical.
They try really hard. Well, some of them do.
Eliza says, ooh, I have a Darcy Coates book around here somewhere. I'll have to pick it up soon. Aaron says, Alexis Wright is great and Australian. Jane Harper is kind of obvious, but I love her. Fly Away by Kathleen Jennings is a favorite. Wow, we're getting so many great Australian recs. Emily says, I think I've rewatched The Vampire Diaries like 6 times. It's cringe, but it's the most bingeable show. Yeah, I'm excited to get into it.
So good.
I think I've only ever watched maybe like 5 episodes, but I just started from the beginning again. My best friend like loves it, and she was hyping it up to me recently. I was like, it's a good show to just throw on, you know?
Mm-hmm. It gets kind of weird around season 5. Like once they go to college, you're kind of like, but
what's with
my shows get
Vampire
weird,
Diaries
don't
back
they?
to high school?
Yeah. Yeah.
High school
Everything
is
goes
not
off the rails.
the best time. Go to college, if anything. Why are we starting in high school? Zach says, Priory of the Orange Tree is great. A Day, a Fallen Night is one of my favorites of the year. Is that the sequel? Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Prequel.
Yeah.
The Rage of Dragons and Fires of Vengeance by Evan Winter are also great dragon books. Oh, I remember seeing those covers. I'm intrigued by those. A little intimidated, though. I haven't done like epic fantasy before. Aaron says some great Aussie poets are Alison Whittaker and Ray White if you like poetry. Eliza says, my son's middle name is after Oliver Queen from Arrow. Really?
Oh,
That's
cute.
so interesting. Fun fact. Zach says, thanks for all the recs. And yes, you're Australian. How do our American accents compare? Do we sound like really like
Yeah.
What's your best American impression?
Me?
Yeah.
You want me to do an American accent? I can do like the Texan one because I feel like that is really intense. But I can't do like a just straight up American. I don't know. I feel like we see it so much on TV.
Yeah.
That I should be used to it. But whenever I talk to people on BookTube, it's really intense. Like yours is really strong, Daphne. I'm like,
my accent is strong.
Yes, you're very American.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
So, but does mine? I feel like the Australian accent isn't super strong.
I think we probably think the same about each other. Like yours is obviously an accent to me, but it's not
Okay.
jarring or anything. It's still a soothing, familiar sound.
Yeah. For me, it's not super strong, but that's because I work with an Australian and his accent is like thick.
Yeah. And like the different areas of Australia have kind of sort of different accents and the way they say things as well. But I don't know like what it's like in Tassie where I am.
Yeah, like even how you say I don't know. It's like I don't can't do it, but it's different. I don't know.
You sounded more Texas there, Daphne. I don't know.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, it's almost midnight for me. So
yeah.
If we want to wrap up, I'm good with that. Unless you guys want to go again, I'll power through. But it is getting a bit late.
I think you should stop since you have something tomorrow.
I do. I do
That's
kind of have
true.
a big thing.
I'll be responsible and say
Thank
we should
you.
stop.
I do appreciate that. Literally, I had like a prep call with this woman at the end of the day. And she was like, she's really like monotone. She's like, yeah, you have to do really well on this interview. Otherwise, it's going to be embarrassing, but I think you'll do well because you're the second person that's going to meet with this guy. And the first interview was horrible. And I was like,
No
wow,
pressure.
thanks. I'll do my best.
That was a great
Oh,
prep
no.
talk.
Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to this conversation.
Oh,
So we'll see.
Good luck.
You're gonna do great.
Thank you.
Well,
You're gonna crush it.
All right. Emily says, love Eliza. Haha. Yes, Daphne, I agree with Meredith. Such a strong accent. Some Aussie accents are super bogan too. I don't know that word. Bogan?
That's redneck.
Oh yeah. You told me that the other day.
Yeah. Because I'm kind of bogan, not like super bogan. Because I'm
Really?
not here with like massive tats on my face being like, let's go have a beer, mate. But
On the
I think
inside.
your accent sounds very like professional and like very nice. It doesn't sound like redneck to me at all.
yeah, and like a true bogan probably can't even afford internet, so
Damn.
they probably wouldn't be here. Let's be real.
All right. Well, thank you for joining. Thank you for everyone that sprinted with us and had comments down with us. I really appreciate you being here. Definitely don't forget to check out everybody else's channel that's on and log your books into Once Upon a Readathon if you're participating. And I have more sprints coming up, I think, next week. Must be
28th.
next week. There's only like 2 weeks left. Next week or the week after.
You have them scheduled for the 28th.
Yep. And I'm sure, Maggie, you have more. Like when do you have any more sprints?
My next one, Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Sweet.
What time? Maybe I can jump on.
I believe I have it at 3 p.m. That's the plan right now.
Okay. All right. We'll
Yeah.
see where I am. Oh, Sunday's Father's Day, though.
My dad's in Cali. Maybe I'm terrible.
No.
I'll call. But
We'll
yeah, I
call,
don't
yeah.
have-
Okay. Maybe I'll just be in the comments then because I'll be with my parents. But well, thanks again. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, guys.
Bye.